shiny. Hey y'all. Happy Sunday. I Candy Diva. That's a cute name. Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm trying to do a double live again. We're trying to see how this works. I got YouTube in the front, TikTok over here. If there's a way I can make it so I'm looking at both y'all at the same time. That's gonna be hard, especially with my eyes. But happy Sunday. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. Um, it's wash day, wash night for me. Got a little busy, so starting later than normal. But it's cool because once I set my hair, it's gonna be good for the week. And the last time I did a wash and go like this later on in the evening, my hair was set the way it needed to be set, and then I did my nighttime routine to tie it up, and I was good to go. So I'm just making sure I can see everything and everything is copacetic and cool on here. But I'm live today to do this. I said I was gonna do it yesterday, so I said I was gonna come back and do it today. I did a wash and go. I washed my hair. Well, I'm doing a wash and go. I washed my hair with actually Mish Beauty products. This is my first time trying the whole line. I got their products probably a couple months ago, and I hadn't used anything but the gel. I liked the gel. It was cool. It had a nice hold, and my wash and go lasted. Since I cut my hair off, which I cut my hair off at the end of 2024, excuse me. I am now going back to some of the products that I have not been using on the regular to see how they work. And this is one of the ones that I have not tried yet. I've seen people talk about it all over TikTok, a little bit on Instagram and other channels, but yeah. So we're going to try it and see what's going on with it. Thank you for the follow. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully I can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. Sorry, I'm trying to look at both screens and make sure I don't miss anything. Hey VC, how are you doing? Hey Bree, how are you? If you follow me and you're on TikTok looking at this, normally I do music, but because I'm doing a double live right now, not the case, not what I'm doing. So there's why there's no music going on. But anyways, anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started if I can. See the chat. That's the only thing that kind of annoys me. Oh, hello. I thought you said help. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? So we got freshly washed hair. Woo! This is my hair in its natural state. There's no product on it. I literally just washed it and conditioned it. Somebody asked me yesterday, do I know my hair type? And I would say that my hair type is one is really soft. Oh gosh. I think I'm in the fours, not 4C, but like 4A maybe. But this is my natural without any product, anything like that. So this is my hair here. One thing about doing YouTube on my iPad, I probably shouldn't do this anymore because it is hard to see y'all comments and stuff. It's like they don't stay up there, and I don't understand why. Oh goodness, and I gotta look even closer. I think I saw someone say hello from Egypt. Yeah, this is my natural hair type. I might keep this live short and then switch into another one. But one of the ways that people kind of tell what their hair type is or porosity is always to check on freshly washed hair with no product in it. The reason why I say I am a 4, I say because my coils aren't super tight, but they're not super loose like the type 3 textures. And then, of course, when it dries, it curls up even more. And if you look at the back of my head, which I think most people that are natural, this is the case. My curls are definitely tighter in the back. And I think that is because there's less manipulation going on at the back of your head. I know for myself, like, you're not, usually when you're pulling your hair up into puffs or ponytails, you're doing this. You're not doing so much of taking everything up here. So there's less manipulation going on. My hair gets stretched a lot less in the back. So I think it's why it's even more curly in the back. But we're going to switch this. Like I said, I think I want to switch this because I don't like the fact that I can't see what you guys are saying here. on YouTube, because I know a lot of times the people on my YouTube community ask me a whole lot of questions and I can't see them. And it gets on my nerves. And I don't know if anybody knows how to fix that. Let me know. A few reasons and tips that you guys might want to know. So I chopped my hair off because I wanted just something new. I wanted to start a new journey. I've never done initially a big chop. I've always just cut, trimmed little by little, and that's how I transition into being natural. But if you have long hair and you wear it curly and you wear it natural, you don't always see when your hair is damaged. So just want to share a couple quick tips before I jump off of this live. Because like I said, I'm gonna switch and do YouTube and TikTok on the different devices that I'm on. So we'll just keep this at tips for your wash and goes. And look at, you can see these when you're doing your wash and goes or twist outs. If you have curly hair and your hairstyle is taking way longer than it normally does or when you expect it to, that's a sign that you might need to go get a trim or get your hair cut, because it's taking you longer to work the product into your hair. You might have some dead or damaged hair at the ends. Another one that I noticed for me, my ends get a lot more tangled when my hair needed this cut. I didn't get my hair trimmed or cut over 6 months. They say do it about every, what, 6 to 8 weeks, maybe go 12. But in my case, I got my hair trimmed at the beginning of January last year, and then I needed a cut by the end of December last year. So I went basically the whole year and I did not get any type of trims or cuts done. I just rocked it out. Yes, my hair grew. It was great. I love the length, but when it was straightened out, I could see the damage myself. And I realized that things that I was experiencing while I wore curly all year was the damage. My hairs were telling me that my hair was damaged. I just didn't listen. So like I said, if your style is taking a lot longer than it usually does, hello again, everybody that's popping in. That's a sign that your curly hair, your natural hair, may need to get some trimming done. The second thing, like I said before, if you are doing your twist outs or you're brushing your hair, combing it, detangling it, and it's getting way more tangled at the ends than it usually does, and you're starting to get these little knots. They're called fairy knots. They're little tiny knots. You know, you're detangling, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you keep getting these little knots, little tangles at the ends of your hair. That's another sign that you need to trim. Your hair is not as healthy as it used to be. One thing that I also noticed, number three, I got way more frizz towards the end of last year when I was doing my hair and my styles. When my hair would dry, I would have way more frizz on the ends than that I was comfortable with. Some people don't mind frizz, so if you don't mind frizz, you might not even pay attention to it. You're like, oh, okay, that's just, the volume for my hair, blah blah blah, and this is normal. It's okay. No, that's another sign that you need to go and get your hair trimmed. Some people do it themselves. I, for one, am not comfortable with that because one, I'm visually impaired, and two, I'm just scared to mess up my hair. So go get your trims. This is turning into a PSA. It's not a wash and go video. It's turning into a PSA. But I'm definitely going to come back and do my wash and go. Like I said, if you have curly hair, have natural hair, these are tips or things that you need to look out for. If you have straight hair or you straighten your hair all the time, a lot of times you're going to be able to see what's wrong or what's going on with your hair. I'm sorry, y'all. I just realized that you couldn't see me that well over there in TikTok land. Your hair, when it's straightened, it's easier to tell if it's damaged. One of the ways people say, of course, you can see your split ends. You can't always see your split ends when your hair is curly because it's so, coiled and tightly together and shrinkage. Like, look at my hair right now. It's curly coils. Looks like an afro from a distance, but there's curls in there. But this is my hair healthy. It's just in its natural curly coily state. Also, when your hair is straightened, you can see some thinness in your hair. So when your hair is straight and it's healthy, the healthy hair is going to be thick, it's going to be full. But if you get to the ends, you can see through it. It's easy to see through. That's the damaged hair that needs to go. I don't know if a lot of y'all see these videos of hairstylists or just regular people, other content creators that do natural hair, and they have, like, they call it the white shirt or white cloak test, I guess, because you put on a white shirt or a light colored shirt or your cape that the hairstylist may use. They have a white cape so that the hairstylist or whoever is cutting your hair can easily see the thinning, and that lets them know, like, okay, this is how much of your hair is damaged. I have a relationship with the stylist that I've been going to now, where she'll show me. The first time I went to her, that's what made me comfortable with her. She talked to me about it, she educated me about it, and she showed me, like, stand up in the mirror and made me look at it. I couldn't see it that well, so she took a picture on my phone and showed it to me so I could see where the hair was thinning at, and that told me how much I wanted to cut. Now, do you have to cut all that thinning hair off? No, that's your choice, that's your preference, your prerogative. Most stylists are going to recommend that you cut as much of that thinning hair off as possible, because if you don't, the split ends do travel. That's another thing to keep in mind. That's why it's important to get your hair trimmed every, couple of weeks or at least a couple of months. Um, I'm going to do better with that this year. That is one of my goals, to maintain healthy hair. My hair has never been severely damaged. This is probably the worst it was, because I went a whole year without it. And I usually don't go that long without getting a trim. I'd probably usually do it like 6 months. I'll go every 6 months, but this time I went a whole year. So that those are things that you just definitely want to make sure that you're prioritizing and looking at. So you've got, on the curly side, if you're getting a lot more frizz, you've got tangles, which they call fairy knots. And then if it's taking you a lot longer to do your styling with your wash and goes, twist outs, whatever, those are your signs that you want to look out for. It might be time for a trim. On the straighter side, the silk press side, the straight natural side, the girls that wear their hair straight most of the time, thinning at the ends, you can literally see the split ends that are going to tell you need to get a trim. Those are the main two: thinning and then the split ends. Excuse me. But yes, those are the main two that you want to look out for. I hope that these are some helpful tips for you guys to keep in mind and to be aware of, because you want to catch these problems before they get worse. If you catch them early, you get your trims regularly, you can minimize one of the split ends traveling up. You can continue to grow healthy hair. And I know, we want to worry about keeping our long hair. My hair was long when it was pressed out, it was almost to my waist. And I was a little sad to see it go. And all of the hair that I cut was not damaged. So if you're looking at it now, if you see my video where I got my bob stopped here, that did not mean, I'm gonna stand up. If When she did my hair and she blew it out, it was here. That does not mean that this much of my hair was damaged. That's not the case. My hair was damaged probably about this much, but I already knew in my mind when I went into the salon that I wanted to chop off my hair because I wanted to try something new. So if I hadn't have gone to her to get an actual haircut, I probably would have lost about this much hair. So I would have went from here, this is when she blew it out, how long my hair was, till about here. So I still would have had length, but that's still a couple inches of damage because I hadn't got my regular trims that I need to do. So this wash and go and chat, keeping it brief. I want to be able to see my comments and engage better with my people on YouTube as well as Instagram. Why am I saying Instagram? Because I'm not even live there. As well as TikTok. I'm sorry. But the way that I have my setup right now, it's not doing what I want it to do. So what I'm going to do is probably end this live now. But I did want to at least get on here and do a chat with you before I got into my wash and go and just share some tips with you guys. So again, I hope y'all have a great Sunday, a great week. I'm gonna hop back on once I get my devices set up the way that I want, so that I can go live and do whatever it is that I need to do. But I just wanted to share those tidbits and tips with you all so that you can have better and healthy hair. If you're not, please follow me on TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube. It's literally the same name. And you can as well follow me on Instagram if you would like. It's literally the same name, Neisha Ariel. The only difference is on TikTok and Instagram, there's an underscore between Neisha and Ariel. On YouTube, there's nothing but space. I hope y'all have a great week. If you catch me on the other live, we can chit chat. If not, have a blessed week. Have a great week. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night.